The second My Hero Academia movie was released for Western audiences in February of this year. I managed to catch a screening of it earlier today. The movie is set to take place after the Meta Liberation Army arc, which concludes at chapter 240. This arc is ahead of where the anime has adapted up to as of making this video. I really love this movie and I thought it was an improvement on the first My Hero Academia movie. I want to quickly go over why I think you need to watch My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. Before the video begins, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss any of my future uploads. Heroes Rising follows Class 1A as they visit Nabu Island, where they have the chance to finally practice being real heroes. The island appears to be peaceful and calm. They meet two children who they end up protecting from a villain called Nine and his group. Nine has a power very similar to All For One. With this new threat attacking them on an isolated island, it is up to the members of Class 1A to ironically rise as heroes to defend the citizens of the island and the two children who are the targets of the villains. Generally, it is a standard shonen anime filler plot, which is interesting enough to keep the casual My Hero Academia fan invested in. Now, what must be said about this movie is the level of action that it has throughout. It improves from the first movie by really getting into the action from the get-go. In this movie, Class 1A are practically preventing an island invasion, so there are several battles and encounters with the enemy. The fights are animated excellently, which makes them feel impactful and engaging. We see a lot from all of the members of Class 1A. This movie wasn't just the Midoriya and Bakugo show, which I was pleased to see. Each member gets their chance to fight and shows off their skills. The final battle is heavily centered around Midoriya and Bakugo taking on the antagonist. The climactic fight is very vibrant, detailed and animated with an impressive level of quality. It really was the highlight of going to see this movie in the big screen. The music that is featured within the movie is straight from the anime, so it already has that My Hero Academia hype feeling whenever a cool battle montage is about to begin. There is also a theme which plays during the final battle which intensifies the action further, making the battle that much more enjoyable. Aside from all of the action scenes, we get a lot of emotional moments, recalling moments from the anime, with some slice of life scenes with Class 1A, which is always refreshing to see. Without any pro heroes on the island, it is up to the students to take responsibility and finally behave like the pros. We really have a chance to see the growth of Class 1A here, especially how Bakugo and Midoriya overcome their disagreements to work together. This movie builds up to the two of them putting their differences aside and working together through their shared dream of being the #1 hero. Action is all well and good, but if the villain doesn't feel like they pose a threat, then it's mindless. Thankfully, the antagonist and his group really put Class 1A to the test. The movie doesn't just feature one battle and everything is said and done. Class 1A really have to put their effort into defeating the villains. Midoriya and Bakugo also struggle when they are faced up against the villain of the movie, Nine. Despite having a lot to praise about Heroes Rising, there are some flaws present within the movie too. The story, like I previously said, is a typical shonen plot, with the villain's motivations not really feeling very convincing or well developed. It's a shame as the members of Class 1A get a lot of growth with this movie, especially how they rise up to the challenge presented to them. Just the villain called Nine is too similar to All For One to feel like a unique threat we haven't seen before. Also, it is difficult to see how this story would fit into the canon of the series, so despite occurring later in the manga story, the events still have no consequence to the ongoing story of My Hero Academia. Also, the climax of the final battle may leave people questioning what they just saw, but I tried not to think too into it. Check it out for yourself and let me know if you agree or disagree with how the final battle ended with Nine. When it comes down to it, Heroes Rising is a action-packed movie which fans of My Hero Academia will certainly love. The movie improves upon the first installment by really getting into the action from the beginning and including more emotional tear-jerking moments, which fans of the anime and manga will be very familiar with. The art and animation is also excellent. Studio Bones maintain the standard that they have set in their anime adaptation with this movie. The story, despite being predictable, is entertaining enough, especially the two children who are introduced in this movie. They are great characters which feel authentic and instantly grow on you as you watch the movie. Each of the children has different views on heroes, but through convincing growth and development they begin to admire the actions of Bakugo and Midoriya, who ironically are reminded of their own childhoods when they see the two children. In my opinion, Heroes Rising is definitely worth your time. It is fun to watch and will really ignite your love for energetic, youthful shonen stories. If you felt disappointed by the first My Hero Academia movie, then definitely give this movie a chance. If you have seen this movie, then leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on it.